Hello. Alright guys, and today we're going to be going over Super Saiyan 4. Now, we are still working on some things, so this is going to be a first look video, and then I think I'm going to do a second look video, but this will go over how to obtain it, and all the logistics of it, basically. Most of that stuff is done. It still needs minor buffs. We did buff a lot of things, but I'm going to get right into how to obtain it. So first and foremost, you're going to need max level. As we are already max level 125, if you do not have max level, you won't be able to do the second step to obtaining it. So also another requirement is going to be Super Saiyan Mastered. You cannot do this with any other Super Saiyan besides Mastered, so you will need to master Super Saiyan form and reach max level, which kind of go in hand together unless you got Super Saiyan really late for whatever reason. If you're role playing, that makes sense. So we're going to go to world here, because we're going to set up the moon. So you can do this in false moon, and at first I was going to restrict it only to the real moon, but false moon events, I think that's fine. I think that there's no point in being restrictive over certain things. I'm trying to be less trying to restrict everything and more just having fun. So first we're going to go Uzaro. This is our controlled Uzaro form, and next we're going to use Super Saiyan. Now, you will not be able to use Super Saiyan in Uzaro unless you meet all the other requirements. Super Saiyan Mastered and level 125. So we go Super Saiyan Mastered, we go to Golden Uzora. Right now, this form is kind of underwhelming. He's going to destroy a bunch of things, attack any colonists nearby, but he will only chase them for a little bit. They can probably get away. I'm going to make this form way more aggressive later on, and also, as you can see, the overlay hasn't changed. That is going to change as well. The Golden Uzora form will be a nice grade 8. Want to have the art in, we're going to be changing that. So that's kind of like minor visual here. And we can go to the Golden Uzaro. And you see it has all of these stats. True Super Saiyan, they're supposed to have the same stats as True Super Saiyan. But I have not gotten to copying the same stats. I did buff True Super Saiyan a lot, by the way, a lot. So he's going to rage out for 8 hours. Let's speed this up. Alright. So in my last previous testing video, his hair did turn white. I don't know. I think in other videos they didn't turn white. Whatever reason his hair is turning white, I don't really care too much. It's not really a big deal. It doesn't always turn white, by the way. It just happens to be. For this particular, we're just going to change it back super quick. Now, this is another change we're going to do. Normally, when you complete that, instead of collapsing, you're just going to be in true Super Saiyan form, which I think is pretty awesome. Also, another thing is this is not 100% chance. Now you can do this in your mod settings because I didn't want to, not have mod settings for this. We go to the Saiyans here. True Super Saiyan transformation chance after Golden Uzara. It's 25% normally. So you have a 25% chance, and you can keep trying it obviously as much as you can't go Uzaro, I think, for 8 hours or a day, something like that. It's got a 24-hour cooldown, so if you do the false moon again, you won't be able to use it right away, or the false moon ritual, etc. So let us just give him sleep, buddy. We're gonna wake up, and we're gonna show you true Super Saiyan form. Now he's in true Super Saiyan form. You do need max ki to transform. You're going to need max ki to transform. That is key to this, is that if you do not have max ki, you could have 1 ki as your maximum energy. You're going to need that 1 out of 1 ki to transform. So even if you're a little bit below, you do need to power up, then transform. Now we're going to go over this T-dip here. Manipulation, like I said, all this stuff is going to be moved to the Golden Uzara because they're essentially the same thing. It's Uzara and Super Saiyan condensed down into a nice form so you can control yourself. Manipulation plus 80%, consciousness plus 100, moving plus 400, armor, blunt, and heat plus 400. Psychic sensitivity minus 200. That's so that you aren't affected by psycast, but you won't be able to psycast. It's just kind of a hard-coded drawback. We didn't want to mix and match too much code and end up having a lot of issues, so I decided to turn it off. No, you won't be able to psycast in true Super Saiyan form, but you're a true Super Saiyan. What more do you really need or want? Toxic environment resistance plus 200%. Pain shock threshold plus 20%. Melee dodge chance plus 0.4. Melee hit chance plus 10. Key damage multiplier plus 300. And you see the rest. So iron availability times 10, and incoming damage is times 15%. So I'm going to change a couple of these numbers. Like I said, this is the first look, so some of this is going to be tweaked, but the core mechanics of how to get the form are there. you will require a tail to transform as well. So if you lose your tail, you won't be able to access your form if you have it unlocked. I'm probably going to, I'll just give you a little hint right now. I'm probably going to up the key damage multiplier, up the melee hit chance. I'm going to lower the melee cooldown so you attack faster as well. And I'm also, what did I say I was going to do? There's a couple of things I wanted to do. I'm probably going to add max key to this as well. Probably try flat out doubling because you're at 162. So I'm probably just going to do a plus 162. Obviously, if you're a Legendary Saiyan, you're going to have a lot more key. The Legendary Saiyans, Super Saiyans basically never run out of key. I was just thinking about that. They basically are a form that, yeah, that Legendary Super Saiyans will never run out of key. I was thinking of if you have key book skills and you want someone to utilize them best, put them on a Legendary Super Saiyan because they just have enough key to spam off everything they need. So, just like in Super Saiyan, if you go down or if you run out of key, you are going to lose your form. And it has a hefty 15-day cooldown. So I'm just going to show you guys something cool real quick before we start the combat test. Oh my god, seamlessly. So let us go into God mode here. Let us reset all of our cooldowns. And let us power up a bit. So now he's powered. Boom. You can go straight from Super Saiyan Mastered right into your true Super Saiyan form and vice versa seamlessly. I think that is some of the coolest shit I've seen. Oh my god, in Rimworld at all. So don't at me. Just that's awesome to me. Power up and boom, back in true Super Saiyan. So yeah, one of them turns off the other, and then you seamlessly transform. I just don't know what to say. I think it looks awesome. I also like this hair for Super Saiyan 4 in general, but obviously all the hairs will stay in base form because no, I'm not doing another 20 hairs for Super Saiyan 4. Sorry, guys. But if anyone wants to offer their services, please let me know. But we are changing all the hairs, so, you know, be aware of that. Obviously, you can see, but not all the hairs have been changed yet. We're slowly but surely transitioning every single hairstyle. They're going to fit the custom heads a lot better. So vanilla head, they might be a little tight on them. They should still fit, but just be a little tighter. But I want them to fit our custom heads first and foremost. I decided our custom heads are first and foremost when it comes to the hairs, and then secondary should be the vanilla. So that's going to be the hairstyles going forward. So when this update is done, all the hairstyles should fit really nicely on our Saiyan. Let's start the combat test. I think I've answered all the questions there. Golden Uzaro, max level, full key to transform, you need a full moon, blah, 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 blah. So, let's execute raid with points. Let's do a 2,500 point raid. Okay, some debug stuff. Let's actually make sure this does not auto open. It's off. Good. And it's a siege. Oh, you guys are far. Now, if I remember correctly, this map is super dope. Like, I actually really like this map. Fallen monolith. Ooh. And actually, let's just let him go. Let's let him go with the hands. Just let his hands fly. So I do have Supreme Melee up as well, so he is pairing a lot. And he only has 2 melee guys, by the way. So this is actually really really low melee character. And I did that on purpose, just to kind of showcase, like, obviously you guys are going to have much stronger characters. He also is naked. So what I want to do is I would like to eventually have the torso. I want to have the armor transparent, but apparently that might cause some render issues, and we already have enough render issues as it is with Rimworld. So with that being said, I was thinking to myself, well, since we have all those render issues and everything, maybe instead we'll take the torso armor and it'll go to your inventory and it'll keep the rest of the armor on. And he took barely any damage because of just the Super Saiyan form. Like I said, he one-shot most people. I might have to up the melee damage, but most people are dead. I think he does about... Let's... Avoid that. 24. I think he does between... I've seen it go all the way up to 80 damage with someone who has a lot of melee in my other test. But so, it definitely scales depending on the mods you have and everything. I know there's manipulation equals more damage mod, and since his manipulation is currently at 290%, I'm sure that'll help out a lot. Now we're going to do another test. This time we're going to be using our key skills. On this test, execute raid with points. And since we're going to be using our key skills, we can 4,000 points. We can up it a little bit. See what we got going here. I did test Super Saiyan 4 versus Legendary Super Saiyan. And Super Saiyan 4, even with a melee, even with the melee being down, is just absolutely insane. And he also does not have, he doesn't have Saiyan Fury unlocked either, which is another thing. Saiyan Fury procs whenever you take damage and just kind of ups everything you can do. It's a 15% chance when it maxed. We're gonna throw off a key beam, and now, like I said, this key beam should do 3 times as much damage. Oh god. Yeah, I don't want him to get him on. I don't want him to get in his own way. All right. So these, is this tribal? Is there any more than that? That's a 4,000 point raid. You guys are trash. Let's just learn all abilities. So this definitely has to get buffed here. I'll show you that now. So that's the new scatter shot ability, which I'm going to buff the damage on. Probably going to do a hefty amount of damage once it's buffed. And he's doing just fine. Also, there will be a dash attack buff when he's going to bounce to up to 10 targets when in Super Saiyan 4. Yeah. So, as you can see, he's got no stagger time either. He's not going to be hindered by anything that's shooting at him as well. And that extra movement speed is just insane. He'll probably be able to run down any targets. And most of them will be one shot. And his melee already went up to... Got 1 passion in it. Nice. Oh, that's right. So power up right now turns off true Super Saiyan. Obviously that won't be in the final build, but we can go Super Saiyan here. We'll turn off power up and boom. So when you actually are using this, a little fun fact, a lot of people don't know, just a little extra fun fact in there, is when you have Saiyan Fury up and you have a power up or any aura, it is bigger. So Saiyan Fury is procced right now. Your aura is a little bit bigger, but I think I might take this size aura. It's a little off. Maybe make it a little bit smaller, but yeah, Saiyan Fury does raise your aura size in general while it's up. Bam. A fun fact, and he did pretty good. Really not taking too much damage here. This is actually, like I said, a weaker pawn. Not a lot of melee skill on him, so which means less parry rate and everything like that. I just want to see for a second. We're just this is for shits and giggles. Now the video is basically over at this point. I've explained everything. Oh god, forgot I have unlimited. Let's go to 40 melee, so double, right? Set all cooldowns. So we're already filled up. Let us. And hopefully this doesn't crash my game or anything. But let's go to our true Super Saiyan form. Let's max out his needs. Let's do execute raid with points. Let's do 5k. Because I also, like I need to get a new computer. I don't need these are the siege. Oh, he can gain expertise. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's throw in some expertise in there too. Let's do dueling. Because why not? I do have... So that does lower your melee cooldown. And so that on top of stacking... Where are these? Oh, they're over there. Search and destroy. We're just going to let him go straight hand since he has 40 melee skill. We're just going to watch this group of people. Oh my god. He came up so fast. So he's not really flammable either. You know, that flammability is times 10. So... And he's parrying everything. My lord. Oh my god. This guy's an animal. Let's throw in some key volleys and everything. See how he... Oh my god, he didn't even know what he wanted to do. He's just beating the shit out of everybody. Oh god, he missed all of those. Terrible. His shooting feels terrible. He hit that one. Oh, he's only been hit twice. He's only been hit twice out of all that gunfire. What? Yeah, so this is probably going to be most people's experience, I'm guessing, with Super Saiyan 4, obviously, is that they're going to be untouchable. You probably can send them out anywhere. Oh, and by the way, Super Saiyan 4 will have a... Oh, you're terrible. Oh, and he hit him again. So, another thing about Super Saiyan 4 is it will have a time limit. He only has... Actually, he healed the other... He healed. He healed fully. He did... This is just... Took so little damage that he healed fully. He is butt booty naked, by the way. Absolutely naked. The only buff he has up is that same Fury buff. He's got Pride, obviously, natural healing factor, so his healing factor is 30. Super Saiyan, etc. So, as you can see, it's pretty damn powerful. What was I saying? It is going to have a time limit, 8-hour time limit in game. So once you exceed that time limit, you will revert back to your normal base form. I don't think I'm going to add a collapse. I'm just going to add an ending. And yeah. I like that because 8 hours of just having the most powerful thing and then going on a 15-day cooldown is not bad. Once again, we aren't Goku or anything like that. I did want to add a sort of a secondary option where if a full moon came out, you would lose cooldown faster, or your cooldown would just end. If a real full moon, not the false moon, came out, your cooldown would just end. You guys can leave me some feedback if you like that idea in the comments, or if you're like, hey, I don't want a time limit at all, I want to be true Super Saiyan forever. I will definitely take any feedback on the forum if possible. You guys let me know what you guys kind of are steering towards. I'm not gonna 100% say like, oh my god, yeah, that's definitely a good suggestion, I'm gonna do that, but I will take it into consideration, definitely. And I like to compromise with you guys. Like if I'm like completely against something, I'm like, I don't really want to do that. I try to meet you guys in the middle a little bit, as you've seen with a lot of suggestions and stuff like that. So as always, thank you for watching. This is the first look at Super Saiyan 4. We will continue working and hopefully tweak this and change it so that it's really well worked. So far, I would say Super Saiyan 4 is 80% complete. Just that little 20% of fixes and changes and little other things. It also needs a tail. Does he have the tail? Yeah, he does have the tail. We're gonna have to change that graphic to a nice red tail. We're also getting a new tail animation in general with the hairs. Cannot wait to see that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm rambling on. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, sub, and I'll see you guys in Discord. If you have any questions, suggestions, or anything, best thing to do is leave it in the Discord. Join up if you haven't already, and you can stay connected to all the updates that we're doing. And if you want to play the update, of course, you can subscribe to the Patreon. $5 a month gets you every single build that, once it's stable and once things are kind of updated about. I try to do it weekly, give a new build out. And if you don't want to do that, of course, joining the Discord or subscribing or liking, commenting also helps out a lot. And it's going to be for free on the Steam Workshop once I'm done with the overall update. So you don't have to pay. It's not going to be a paid mod or anything like that. It will be free at some point. This is just for early access if you want to support me or anything like that. And thank you so much.